The sun rises, and yet it hides. In winter, the days are short, the nights endless. As poet John Keats once wrote, the poetry of earth is never dead. But in London, winter seems to silence even the earth's poetry. When I first arrived in this city, I wasn't prepared for the darkness, how it creeps in by mid-afternoon, leaving the streets cloaked in shadows. The cold felt unfamiliar, and the loneliness deeper. At night, I often curled up in bed, waiting for morning light, only to be met with the same gray skies and thick clouds. I began to wonder, is it just me, or does everyone feel the same way about London's winters? Lately, the weather has felt heavier than ever before. The Met Office described it with 4 words: dull, dreary, dismal, and disappointing. In the past 11 days, London has seen just 18 minutes of sunlight, a shocking reminder of how elusive the sun can be here. This phenomenon, called anticyclonic gloom, traps moisture in the air, forming a thick, unyielding layer of low clouds and fog. Day after day, the light struggles to break through, leaving the city submerged in gray. To make sense of this oppressive atmosphere, I decided to go beyond the statistics. I went out into the streets with paper and markers, asking people not just to talk about the sun, but to draw it, to bring their inner light to life.
Question to ask you about sun. And first question is, how do you feel about the lack of sunlight during winter? Does it affect your mood or daytime?
Absolutely, I hate it. I would need sun to be happy. All 3 of us went to uni together, and being in the library when it was like dark and we were like in little cupboards, and not cupboards, like corners, and we're all miserable, and then we'd go out and get a juice or something. We'd be like, oh, life's actually worth living, the sun is shining.
How do you feel about the lack of sunlight during winter? Does it affect your mood or like the daily life?
Yeah, a bit. Like when the winter is over, I was like, I'm so happy to see the sun again. But I think I love the Christmas too, so it's kind of like, it's okay not to have the sun for a while, but yeah. I think it's more about people when the sun is out. I think me and my friends always try to like gathering together and then go picnics. So yeah, that's what's make me happy.
The first question is, how do you feel about the lack of sunlight during winter? Does it affect your mood or daily life?
Oh yeah, definitely. So I get like seasonal depression. So when it's winter, I get really low moods, very tired. And when it gets dark at 4 p.m, you don't really want to do anything. Like the lack of sunlight, there's not enough time during the day to like do the things that you want to do. So yeah, just really unmotivating. I like to go on morning walks when the sun is out. I think it's a good way to start the day. You get your endorphins with the sun, and you feel like more motivated to, like get on with the day.
I love winter, so it doesn't really affect me that much. I just enjoy the few days we have during winter time. So you got sun outside, you better go out. Cold or not cold, just sit down there, walk in the park and enjoy the little part of the sun. Well, all the time, especially during winter. Funny part of winter is the colder it gets, the sunnier it is, right? So as long as I'm outside with my best pals, having a beer in the park, snowy area with the sun on our faces, that feels pretty good.
So, like when you think of sunlight, what emotions or image come to your mind?
A nicer and brighter environment, so I guess makes you feel happier. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And how does the lack of sunlight during the winter time affect you, if at all?
It is a bit grim. Yeah. So I feel like I definitely notice a difference more so nowadays when the sun is out and when it isn't. So today is a nice day for the sun to be out. Yeah.
Can I ask you about why your sun is kind of blue?
My favourite colour is blue,
Yeah.
and right now I think blue brings a good sense of peace. So nice to have a bit of blue there.
Yeah.
I guess it depends what kind of sunlight, but like bright sunlight, I think about like I guess like joy and calm and like growth, like, you know,
Yeah.
flowers growing.
Yeah.
But it's kind of rare to get that here. I think it messes up my sleep schedule a lot because I can wake up and then it feels like I've just gotten up, and then a couple hours later it's dark, and then I'm sort of tired for the rest of the day. So that's not great. And I end up also, because it's cold, I don't get outside as much in the winter, and I think that really makes me more likely to be like depressed and sort of tired over time. On the ground, like under a tree, that's the vision, because that's when I like actually think about the sun the most.
The spiritual sun shines inward, and the outward sun is but its shadow. Each stroke of marker on paper revealed more than color. It unveiled a quiet yearning, a longing for warmth and renewal. Through these simple acts of creation, they conjured a light greater than the winter's gloom, a testament to the undying sun within the human spirit, shining even in the darkest of times.
君の中にある赤と青き線それらが結ばれるのは真の像風の中でも